is the Wine Tasting with Comedians podcast. I'm your host, Lyle Behrens. And we got a special guest today. You may have seen him on the Laugh Factory YouTube channel back in the day. And he's appeared on Comedy Central. He's passed at the Comedy Store. He's passed at the Mothership. Ed Greer, ladies and gentlemen. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not past at the Comedy Store.
Why do you have Comedy Store in your bio on Instagram then?
Because wait a minute. I do a lot of shows there, but you can do
So
a
why
lot
is it
of
in your
shows.
bio?
You could do a lot of shows there and not be a paid regular.
So you put it in your bio even though you're not past there?
It's not in my bio.
That kind of seems like a little misleading.
It's not in my
It's a little
bio.
misleading.
I put it, Lyle. What's going on? This is ambush.
That's not an ambush. I thought it was because it's in your bio. I'm just saying, like.
I didn't really write my bio, so I got a team.
You didn't write your bio on Instagram?
I got a team.
You got a team for that. All
yeah.
Right. My apologies. We'll blame it on the team. Anyways, no, good to have you here, man. So what we do in this show is we pick a wine that I think matches the comedian's personality. And for you, we have Montepulciano di Brasso. This is out of Italy. And I picked this for you because, Ed, you are a comics comic. This is a wine that I feel like you kind of got to like be into wine to know. But it's approachable. It's enjoyable. This is also, I want to say this is like, this bottle is natural. No, this is like an organic wine. So that's like the kind of white hipsters like that. You headline a lot of alt shows, so I feel like this is a good one for you. This represents you. Because it's approachable, it's very enjoyable. You're known for crushing. Ed Greer destroys. Did your team make that Twitter handle too?
No, I did that.
Okay. Cheers. Salud. And then first we'll
let it aerate.
Yeah, we let it aerate. We just first let's check the notes on this first. Let's check the notes. So tell me what you get on the nose.
Yeah, wine niggas is crazy. Tell me what you get on the nose.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy.
Okay, what do you smell, nigga? Is that better?
Tennis balls.
Get some light red fruit. I get a little funk on that. A little barnyard, perhaps. I say it like I've been in a barn. I never have, but it's like
right.
They say barnyard, so I'm like, yeah, barnyard. That sounds about right.
I'm from Missouri. This don't smell like no barnyard.
All right, let me tell you. Okay, yeah, it's enjoyable. Light fruit, a little bitter tartness at the end, which I feel works well for you.
Oh, that right there is serious business. You got that right.
I know. So how do you feel about my pick?
No, you know what? I feel like it's pretty good. It's not too challenging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you're not too challenging.
No. I try to keep the razzle dazzle because I be saying some shit. So
you do. So one thing with wine, a lot of wine is based around real estate, like where it's from, and I feel the same can be said for artists and comedians. So you say you're from Missouri. Where are you from in Missouri?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Kansas City.
The Kansas City. Was there another one?
There's one in Kansas, but
okay.
You know what I mean.
Kansas City is the capital of Missouri, right?
No.
Okay. Was St. Louis?
Jeff City or something is the capital.
Jefferson?
Yeah.
Okay. When did you what was it like growing up in Missouri?
Kansas City is bifurcated by Truce Boulevard racially. So on one side of Truce is all the niggas, and on the other side of Truce is the crackers, and that's what it is. So I lived.
You said that shit like a 70s. You said that shit like the Last Poet. Niggas, crackers, each side of the streets.
Yep. Gil's got a hair on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and Superfly. Basically, yeah. It's so I lived on the black side, and I went to schools on the black side. I went to high school on the black side. So
you had like a real black upbringing then?
I mean, for Missouri, you know what I mean? It wasn't Detroit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It wasn't Atlanta. You know what I mean?
Okay, what was the black versus white like? Like, say a race war happens, like, who's winning? And
Uh,
police can't get involved.
I think the black people would lose, but they would withhold the barbecue. And then the white folks would like relax for a little bit. I can't live without Gates. So yeah, Gates is a big barbecue. Gates was so big that they had a thing called Rib Tech, where you would learn to make ribs to work at Gates. It was a whole like community college you could go
So
to.
Gates is one of those places, like, because there are these places that like close down in these big cities where it'll be like a diner, like it's an institution. It's like, it's fucking not, okay? Like, you're hungover and you get fucking eggs and bacon. Like, calm down. But it sounds like Gates is really an institution.
Gates is really an institution. It's really an institution, and it's become sort of the tourist trap of who the fuck is tourisming in Missouri, in Kansas City in particular. But if you were so inclined and you did want to go get some Kansas City barbecue, you would go there or Oklahoma Joe's. And for my mind, Oklahoma Joe's was the white one. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's the difference between? I mean, because it's like, to me, the difference between black and white barbecue is black barbecue is more saucy.
Mhm.
You know, we appreciate our sauces. Like the sauce will be on the ribs, and white barbecue is just like, it's just smoked.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's that way. Like Memphis does a dry rub.
Okay.
Kansas City is a saucy town. You know what I mean? So Kansas City style is saucy barbecue and spare ribs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of you come out to California, they don't even know what a spare rib is. Everything's baby backs.
Yeah, I
You know what
don't
I
know
mean?
what a spare rib is either.
Exactly.
And I'm supposed to be the biggest coon in the world.
Well, you eat baby backs, nigga.
I do. Give me my baby back.
Yeah,
that was the most coon commercial. That Chili's commercial.
Baby backs are the coonish version of ribs.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so Kansas City, they're known for the saucy style, and they do briskets, ribs, things of this nature, burnt ends.
Okay.
You know, and other places do them, but Kansas City does them saucier, and I like that.
Yeah, I had the barbecue in St. Louis, and I was unimpressed. It was just.
St. Louis is bigger than Kansas City, but I went to college and we had a bunch of St. Louis people at my college, and they all acted like they was from Memphis, and I was like, "How? We are both from Missouri." I talk like this, and you up here talk about, I gotta get my gal. We got over there.
Shouting.
Like, what the fuck? You know. So,
wait, when were you in college?
I was in college late '90s, so I'm old.
Okay. How old are you?
None of your business. Goddamn, I'm not ruining my Hollywood opportunities. Goddamn. Everybody's.
I can tell Ed really cared about his career, because when I see you at the Comedy Store, nigga, you act like you don't know me. You really do that.
That's not true. They did the bouncers don't let you in sometimes. So like, nah.
Fuck you. That's just Zach Shapaloni when you want to fuck with me.
Dude, I do not act like I don't know you, man.
You give me like a real quick dap up. Like I remember like when I first like, because like you friended me on like Facebook or whatever, and then like we just kind of like, oh, comics know each other, and I would see you out and I'll give you the black guy head nod and you wouldn't give it back. I'm like, this nigga.
Do not accuse me of not giving the nod. I either did not see that or I was distracted. Don't accuse me of not giving the nod. That's a real anti-black thing you just did to me, man. I gave you the nod like that. I gave you the nod.
Did, but it was still like a little, you know. Speaking of which, so being like a comic, how?
What does that mean? This is gonna be
It's in your bio.
This is gonna be a challenging interview. Again, I didn't really write that, but I will. I will say.
But it's in your bio, so I gotta ask you about it.
No, I mean it says something about being a staple of the scene. That's something I read it a couple times.
I read it on the way here.
Yeah, but comic is low key an insult. Because like the average audience, you know the type of shit they like. Where you from? Let's all participate. Let's do some bullshit crowd work.
Nigga, fuck you! You talking about me right now? You did that. That's a fucking get back. Because you know I do fucking bullshit crowd work. Like, oh, you know that bullshit. That's your little get back for my little nod remark.
Perhaps. I mean, the world's full
fucking
of
passive ass.
The world's full of microaggressions, Lyle.
Well, I don't do that shit. I'm the least passive aggressive person in the world.
No, but I'm going to talk about specifically. Everybody does crowd work. Okay, it's part of the game, but I feel like it's taken over the game. And a so-called comic. I mean, I don't know. I wrote some fucking material, or I thought some shit up or I have a thought that I can express comedically, and I go up and do it. And for some reason, I think my sense of humor is for people who are tougher than regular people. I think that's what a comic ends up being. Is like the shit I be saying is rougher than the average person wants to hear, but the comic, it can't even penetrate. If you do some, airline food, dating is hard shit to us, we don't laugh at that shit. We don't even feel that shit. So like I'm trying to do shit on a layer above that, and I think comics appreciate it. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever bombed in front of comics. You know what I mean?
I never really like paid attention to that because I never really care about the back. Like I don't care about comics.
I don't either. But in the end, the audience, I just feel like when you're doing comedy, there's always going to be some people who feel you more than other people.
Definitely.
That's just a fact of life. So I feel like when people call you a comics comic, I think it's that comics respect what you do, whether or not that particular audience was fucking with you. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not going around here bombing my ass off all over the place. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying you was. Crowd work. Goddamn. I'm just saying that, comics comic is usually for people who are only funny to comics. And I don't think I found that.
Yeah, so I would say I'm an audience's comic.
Again, I'm a fire who wrote my bio because this is getting me in trouble. But yeah.
See, I hate when you niggas like start caring about your career and then come on podcasts and want to be all protective. Like this.
What? I'm just saying, number one, I ain't directed a movie yet. I'll tell niggas how old I am after I directed a movie. The Kid Peele and them was 50 damn years old when he started directing movies. So,
but they're not even. Jordan Peele's not even 50 yet.
Yeah,
still like late 40s. No, it's cool stuff. Anyways, shit, let's get into real shit though. Let's get into the fun shit.
All right.
He's so apprehensive.
Look at what's in your notes. What kind of Charlie Rose shit you whip out on me?
How'd you know that I like Charlie Rose?
Charlie Rose is one of the best interviewers, and he also interjects himself into the interview a lot. So that's you, right? You kind
of like in a little vinegary mood today, Ed. What's going on with you? I thought we were gonna have a good conversation.
I'm off this wine, man. This wine is like me. It's making me bitter.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going
on. But this is how I treat my friends. Maybe that's why I ain't farther in the industry. Because
we're not friends, but like,
damn, Lyle.
We never hang out. We've never hung out before outside of comedy.
All right, well,
and then after shows, you don't hang around. Like you know what I do after shows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, shit. I ain't gonna go with you to some bar to drink wine. We don't
always do that. Like sometimes we turn up and we.
Well, I don't know.
We be on that other shit. You know what I'm saying? The comics don't be on.
Yeah, I don't know, so I don't be hanging out with
you. We just be in the club on hoes. Like,
yeah. Well, that's your thing.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah.
I'm a guy. I'm a niggas comic.
A niggas comic. Goddamn. But yeah, so what questions you got prepared, Charlie?
Oh my God! Don't do it like that. Like,
what? Come on, pepper me.
I came here 20 minutes late to do your little podcast. Like,
oh, come on. Number one, I was like,
hey, I don't care, sweetie. But look,
I was 17 minutes late. Traffic is hell.
Now niggas count. That's the only time niggas count is when they late. It's like, nah, nigga, it was 16 minutes late, not 20. Fuck you.
16 minutes 35 seconds.
Yeah. We start counting down. No, okay. So one thing, because with being the comics comic thing. Like, I'm half breaking balls, but also, like, you really are, because a lot of comedians, like, we send each other, like, memes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I got a lot of comedians where, like, we send each other Instagram baddies.
Mm-hmm.
But you, on the other hand, you actually send full-on funny-ass paragraphs when you send these fitness broads.
Yep.
And it's, like, really fucking funny. Like, I'm going to do my Ed Greer impression. You'll be like, this bitch can make a desk. Like... And then, like, and it's funny because Ed will tell you shit about, like, he'll try to tell you shit about yourself. Like, I'll be sending Ed girls, and then Ed goes, you want thin white kids.
That shit is true.
I don't want thin white kids.
The amount of skinny butterfaces you send me, and the motherfucking... It's a common theme now. This bitch be rowing a boat. She turn around and look like, damn it, I'll bite you. but she got a fat ass and some titties, but not too fat because she still got to be skinny enough to give you the next generation of b-ball players that you want to have. You know what I mean? Like you send me some skinny, slim thick. You send me slim thick. I send you everything from gordita crunches.
You do
on down to whatever.
Yeah, no, you really like your variety.
Yeah,
as do I.
And I noticed that when we send black girls to each other, we be like black.
Well, that's because you started it. You started that because I feel like we were sending each other too many bitches from them other communities, and then you was just like black. No, what you said was we need some black girls in the timeline. We can't be them type of niggas.
Yeah, that's true, man. Because like you see how I speak. And everybody want to assume that I got a white wife named Erin and I play golf and all this bullshit. And I'm the niggeriest nigga you know. So it's like, I feel like that dichotomy, I got to express
you gatekeep barbecue. What's more niggery than that?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. All right, so I got to ask you this. So like one thing, like when you follow like these Instagram baddies, you kind of feel like even though they don't know or give a fuck who we are, you can almost kind of feel like you have like a sort of like digital relationship with them. You know,
yeah, it's called parasocial.
Oh God! All right,
that's the term, a parasocial relationship. Yeah,
I don't like that. There's a name for it. It makes me a little comfortable. We have a diagnosis for it. Give me your top 5 fitness Instagram baddies you will never unfollow. Roxy Flex,
Roxy Flex,
Katie
Poole.
Okay.
Kelly
Matthews.
There's a doctor.
You know Kelly Matthews?
No, I don't think so. Oh, I follow Louise Fitness Coach.
Okay.
And some black ones. Gotta name some black ones real quick.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, I follow Kathy Drayton. Drayton, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
One.
Kathy Drayton is like my dream girl because like she came from Alaska. She all skinny and shit. She got with some fitness nigga. He started giving the bitch 2,000, 4,000 calories a day. Now she 200 pounds of muscle. This bitch is your apocalypse bride. You know what I mean? This bitch be carrying the ammo while you're shooting the zombies. You know what I mean? She's a big built bitch. You know that shit's real. I like that. He built a bear to bitch. You know, that ain't nothing more controlling than that. And she loves it. She live in a McMansion. They always filming, you know, they always got a hot car. Maybe they rented it, whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like they seem to be living the lifestyle. They both very fit, you know, us being fat dudes. Well, I don't know if you could identify as fat, but I identify as fat. And I definitely am.
How'd you know I don't?
Hey man, I know niggas be dreaming, you know. So you know what I mean. But as a fat dude, I think a fit person, a fit body is like the biggest status symbol. It's the thing you work for. So like when I see a fit woman, I'm like, man, I need to get my shit together so I could be like that. And then you be sending me some shit like, that's your low self-esteem talking.
No. It's not when you send the bitches. It's when you send me these like shirtless white Gen Z niggas that are like, when I'm being lazy. I'm like, nigga, if you don't fucking get your shit together, you cannot be looking at like fit Gen Z white boys as a source of motivation. Like, listen to a rap song, nigga. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, watch some LeBron highlights.
I said
Kobe,
one dude talking some shit, and then you was like, you listen to these white boys.
Because I know what's gonna happen. And you did send me a few more, and I had to shut that shit down, Ed, because I gotta let you know, I grew up in an overly masculine community. We cannot have that shit. All right, we can't look to them. Like, look up to a drug dealer, or a basketball player for like or some shit. Like that's
what's wrong.
Much healthier.
I sell drugs in the community, ass nigga. Okay, I sell drugs in the community. So
I don't like the way you phrase things.
What?
It's very condescending. Here you niggas go again with your sports.
Now don't do that.
A gym membership.
Don't do that. I'm trying to get in shape, and I definitely love sports.
And I'm proud of you.
That's one of the things that's wild about like they expect you to like if you like comic books, you can't like sports.
Yeah,
it's all super niggas doing super shit. It's the same shit.
Yeah,
it's all the same shit. You know what I mean? So like, obviously I like comic books. I like sports.
Yeah.
I like the Chiefs. I like the, basketball. I'm a basketball nerd. You know, I go back to the 60s knowing about basketball players. So it's like I feel like I'm just a nerd about everything.
Okay. So like when you get into something, you really get into it.
Right. Like comic book artists. Like homeboy, your producer was talking about that sexy outfit that Magneto was rocking in the X-Men 97. Nigga had no shirt and had his arms
still need to
out.
see that
He had his
97.
arms out with like big ass Ariana Grande gloves going up his arms and shit.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck would he wear that shit? John Romita Jr. designed that costume in the 80s in his run on the X-Men. So like that's what I was about to say, but like who knows that? So
Somebody's really into something.
yeah.
Are there any things where you're like, yo, because I'm like, there's two things I'm scared I'll get too into, or three things. Like one is cigars. I only smoke cigars when I like have like a milestone. I really accomplished something. So like, oh, I dropped like an album, smoke a cigar, like certain moments.
Right.
But I can't. I'm like, I'll just fucking get too into the lounges, and I can't do that. Or paying for sex. I don't hit the massage. I've never paid for pussy directly because I'm like
directly. That's a hell of a caveat. Go
I mean,
ahead.
I've taken some bitches on some dates where I'm like, all right, well, she definitely gonna fuck me after this.
Everybody pays for it.
$150 at a Star La Buca. Like it's
Everybody pays for it somehow.
facts. So it's like paying for sex because I'm like, I'm gonna get too into prostitutes. I could just see myself doing that. Then cocaine. I ain't never done cocaine because I'm like, I would like that probably.
Oh yeah, one of my family members got on coke and fucked his whole life up in a weekend. You know what I'm saying?
What do you do on the weekend?
He got on coke on Friday, went and get some more late Friday, went and get some more later Friday, went and got some more in the morning on Sunday, or rather Saturday, snorted up all day, snorted Sunday, and next thing you know, he didn't have no life savings. His life was all fucked up. I can't fuck with cocaine to this day. Like I heard that story and I was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
Somebody in
yeah.
my family was that addicted, and my daddy's an alcoholic, so. And plus, I don't trust these crackers with their cocaine. It's always white people. And they whip out some shit. I ain't having no goofy fentanyl death to impress some fucking goofy white boy I don't know. That's a wild way to die. You know what I'm saying? On a fentanyl overdose with some white people you can't stand. That's a wild way to die.
Well, I mean, that's like the thing about drug culture too, is like, because I had like a friend, he was saying like, who's very fond of cocaine, and he was like, yeah, I found myself having these conversations with people at 4 a.m. and I'm like, I have nothing in common with you, it's just we're doing coke. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds whack.
Right. I can't fuck with that. I mean, it's bad enough with weed.
Yeah.
It's bad enough with weed.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how wild it is with cocaine.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you this. So you know we're very fun because it's funny like the way you brought it up. We was at a show and you said it was just out of nowhere. You said you were like, you be following the fitness bitches. I see it. Like, and I'm like, wait, what? And he's like, no, you be finding the bitches before me.
Well, nigga, Instagram is a snitch.
Yeah.
Why is Instagram telling me what I'll be following? You know what I'm saying? When I see a lady and then it'd be like 50 billion niggas and Lyle like this hoe. And I'm like, wow, why are they telling all people? That's why I don't like shit. Whether I'm in a relationship or not, I don't like shit on there.
See, I like leaving like a little stamp of like, yeah, I like ass, nigga. Like, I kind of like the streets knowing that. And then like, I kind of, yeah. Cause it's like, you ever had like, I've had like girls be like, I see you over there liking ass. And I'm like, yeah, what about it? And then like, you really like ass, don't you? I'm like, I do. It's like, why don't you show some ass? And it's like, it's a good, like, you know, I hate that Elon Musk took the likes off Twitter because seeing a girl like some pornography was an excellent icebreaker. Like, oh, I see you be liking porn on Twitter. And like, yeah, and then you get a little dialogue going and you send each other, and then next thing you know, like it's yeah.
I don't like Twitter porn. I don't like the
fact
fact
that Twitter porn?
I don't like the fact that every time I go to it'd be 2 raccoons hugging each other in the zoo, and then under it, you want to hug me and a big ass, and then there are 15 bitches on there all on the road talking about, yeah, you like coons, I'm a coon, and like, all this weird shit. It's like, wait a minute, bitch. This is not an ad space for you to sell your OnlyFans. I don't knock nobody's hustle, but you know what I mean. Twitter porn is wild. Plus, I had a gay dude in my family, and his Twitter turned into some of the most heinous shit I'd ever anus, whatever you want to say, shit I'd ever seen in my life. And I'm like, dude.
Like, was he reposting gay porn?
It's 7 a.m. I'm just trying to find out what you're doing. And why are you posting this right now? It's
I'm
too
just looking
much.
for a Woj update.
Yeah. Did the nigga get traded or not?
Yeah,
Shit, it's dicks. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't fuck with Twitter like that. I'm kind of trying to divest
Twitter
myself.
is like the purge.
Yeah, no, for real. It's the forever purge.
Yeah.
Right. Ain't no end in sight.
So what's something? But like being that we're guys, what's the term again?
Oh, if you have a parasocial relationship.
So being that we suffer from parasocial relationships with fitness bitches, what is something that like a IG fitness baddie could like post or just start having on her page? You be like, unfollow bitch, where this parasocial relationship is done.
I mean, sometimes I go through a big period of wearing too many goddamn clothes or something. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, where you get all these clothes from? You got jumpsuits?
I hate when they start doing the thrift store dressing, because I could not stand a thrift store looking ass bitch. It just I don't care how banging your body is. It's just something that's because for me, like, if I don't respect the chick's style, or like, not if I don't respect it, because I'm like all black everything, niggas got a dream. and like, so it's like I'm cool like a simple style, but it's like when it's the thrift store shit, then I start thinking about gentrification and Silver Lake and Williamsburg, and I'm like, you seem like people I don't fuck with. And then it's like that's what thrift store clothing does to me. It makes me think about my least favorite type of crackers.
Well, you know what? Speaking of which,
you gotta be saying crackers on the pod.
there was this one girl. She started doing this trad wife shit. Like, she was like a total hoe, doing all this hoe stuff, selling her OnlyFans and stuff. And then she realized that it's a lot of dudes that's like, oh, I don't like hoes. Like, number one, what kind of dude don't like hoes? Like, hoes are receptive women, whether they need to get paid, whether they just fucking for fun or for laughs, whether they want to suck 10 dicks to wake up the day, whatever the fuck they want to do. That's their personality. That's what they want to do. That's the type of women, cavemen wouldn't be here if it wasn't for hoes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this concept that hoes are bad is just kind of ridiculous. But so
hoes help you get out of slumps.
Yeah.
Hoes are great for slump busters, and then slump busters stop mass shootings or niggas from fighting in the club.
Exactly. So I mean, dude, God, but don't get me about the pussy economy causing school shootings and shit. Don't get me started on that shit. But I'm just saying, and obviously, everybody has agency. So, but this one chick, she started doing this trad wife stuff, like being out in a cabin, wearing a sundress all the time, like no more hoe stuff. Like, she was always like, the bitch started building shit. She's like titty shaking while she's sawing a log and shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna unfollow you. This is a nice direction. I understand your pivot. It's
kind of like sexy white slavery.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I think you deduced it. Oh, wow. Yeah, manual labor, bitches. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's something to it. There's something to this, like, tend the chickens, bitch. Yeah, tend them chickens.
Yeah.
Get them chickens that feed.
But make sure you shave your legs. We out here, but wait, out here.
But it's like Khalees. That's another one. Khalees isn't a fitness girl, but Khalees been bad since God was a boy. You know what I mean?
That's such a great job.
You know what I mean? So she been fine. So as she gets finer and finer, and she be farming and shit, and she be going to Barbados and stuff, and she always try to make it seem like she not thirst trap, but she be damn near naked talking about, yeah, these green beans is coming in good. I'm just like, I love that. Fuck it. I love the subterfuge. You know what I mean? A plain hoe don't get me no more. You got to flip it now.
You need a little more aesthetic on it.
Yeah. I need you to up
more
your hoe.
Curation.
Yeah. Curate your hoe aesthetic. Boom, we got it.
I feel it. Yeah. Nas and Khalees both really glowed up after each other.
Hey man, sometimes people in your life for a reason, for a season. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, like, Nas had like that great 6 album run with Hit Boy. Khalees has just got everybody drooling over her, and she's just like, here's my fucking basil, and then some ass and titties, like
basil, yeah, dude.
It's like, oh, your herb show look good. And
that's how we used to do it. Be like, oh, Miss Mary, you got the finest roses in the. You know what I mean? We used to do that. Take the fucking hat off, put it to your chest, talk to the chick. We don't do that no more. It's all this, So I think part of that harkens back to a time when like everybody deserves respect, including hoes, quote unquote. And so, what they say, hoes and ugly buildings get more respectable, or hoes and old buildings get more respectable over time. That's true. That's absolutely true.
That's a saying?
Yeah. The hoes and ugly buildings. Because if you survive the test of time, that means you're a classic. You know what I mean?
I really enjoy talking to you, man.
Hey, you know.
Even though I don't feel like it's mutual, I really enjoy talking to you.
I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy expressing myself, and I love to do it in an uncensored fashion because, you know, a lot of times we're in the goddamn nacho selling business. Niggas want to get into comedy and talk about, I'm a truth teller. Well, I'm a fucking truth teller, and guess where the fuck I'm at? In a one-bedroom apartment in the fucking valley. You know what I'm saying? These niggas that talk about just, anything, they got houses. It ain't my thing. You know what I mean? I'm a smart bomb with my shit. You know what I mean?
It's going to take longer, man.
It's going to take longer.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And I love to express myself in an uncensored platform. And as someone who calls himself a coon, I enjoy you. I do. Because I think that you're trying to take it back. Like you like niggas with nigga in the 70s or something.
Yeah.
You like trying to take it back. Like, don't call me no coon. I call myself a coon. Fuck that. You know.
Because everybody's like, so many people are coons.
And we're in a coonish industry. How the fuck you gonna say you not a fucking, maybe not a coon, but how you gonna say you not a clown when your business is clowning?
Yeah.
Your business is being a fucking clown. And that's another thing. I'm not a clown. I think I present my ideas. You can laugh at them or you don't, motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of my attitude. And a lot of people in our business will do anything for a laugh. And I don't understand that. I did a poem when I was in high school. It was a poem called Love Your Enemy. And it was about like sick dolls on us. Love your enemy. Press water hoses. Love your enemy. It was like the ironic cognitive dissonance between being a good Negro who follows all the rules, but also having to break the rules to get your freedom. You know what I mean? It was about that ironic dichotomy. And I was spitting that shit at some high school assembly, and I was doing it, but niggas was laughing because I guess my timing was fresh. And then one of my teachers came and said, "You let those folks laugh at you." And I was like, "Bitch, I ain't let shit." You know what I mean? That's what their reaction was. And I'm telling you, for me, the reason why I'm a comedian is when I spit the realest shit I ever wrote or the realest shit I ever thought, people laugh because they cannot accept it as the reality we live in. And that's why I got a career in comedy. I ain't told a fucking joke yet. I tell what I really think, and people go, ha, 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 to get away from it. Just like when you laugh when like some bad shit happened to you. You laugh when you're shocked. You laugh when you like something just blew your mind.
Yeah.
That's the laughs that I get. I don't think I get very many like, oh yeah, that's right. Ha ha ha. I get a lot of like, fuck laughs. That's where I live. That's where I'm at.
Good place to be. All right, I want to get into some get into some segments with you. So being that you get a lot of love at the comic book conventions and whatnot, I want to do a segment called Ask a Nerd.
Okay.
So how did Professor X get that mansion and the private jet? Like what did he do to do that?
I think the explanation in the comics is his parents are like kind of world travel guys. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, he got all fucked up. Him and Juggernaut was trapped in a cave in Sri Lanka, some goddamn where. So how the fuck was you over there? Your parents must be rich. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, in comic books, everybody's fucking rich because the writers back in the days was like, man, this is a superpower in of itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how you gonna have a house?
But it speeds things up. Like, just get Batman and gadgets and shit.
Right. So I think that's why most comic book characters from the past are sort of rich.
Well, Iron Man and Batman, it's explained, but I've never gotten like a good explanation why.
Well, shit, if you could read people's minds and control people's minds, give me some money, nigga.
But like, why don't we just like a movie about that alone would be really good. I would watch that movie, like how Professor X got his like fortune. Like that's like I don't need to see Magneto and all this other weird shit. Like let me see you stealing like, you know, blueprints and patents the army hasn't released yet. Like I'd fucking watch that movie.
Well, I think they say that would be unethical. So he's an ethical man, and he wants people to like go with him based upon his ideas. Because if you think about it, he could just go in front of Congress and be like, "Mutants is fresh, ain't they?" Yeah, they is. He could do that, but he doesn't, because that would be what people think mutants are supposed to do, which is take advantage of their powers and fuck people over.
Oh, so it's still got to be likable in some sort of way.
Well, I mean, that's the one way it's a metaphor for black people. And another thing, I don't like when people say that Stan Lee made up that it's Professor X is MLK and Magneto is Malcolm X. He did not think that shit.
Okay.
At all. That came in way later where Chris Claremont started writing the book in I think the late 70s. He brought some of those ideas in as the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was like, they call themselves evil, just like we call ourselves niggas. If you're gonna call me an evil, I'll be as evil as you want me to be, nigga motherfucker. Men. Yeah, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants was the nigga men. They was like if you gonna call me a nigga, I'm gonna be one.
Wolverine was just a fucked up afro with the shit.
Dude, Wolverine's a cunt.
Okay, how come no superheroes are like, fuck it, I'm just be a professional athlete. Run, jump, like it just makes more sense.
Shit. They tried to have Luke Cage join the fucking Jets in that show, in the Netflix show. So I don't know why they didn't take him. But I think it's also like with mutants, it really breaks down when you got Captain America and the Hulk and all these people that's running around doing all this shit, but then you're gonna be prejudiced against these ones that live in a mansion and fly around in a jet. That don't even make no sense when it really breaks down.
Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. You need a little refresher, my brother? How you feeling?
I could drink some more of me. But yeah, but you talk about so what other comic book questions you got? Rapid fire, let's go.
We'll move on. We gotta wrap up soon, so we'll move on to the next segment. Just wanna get this right. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go into hot take corner. Take corner. Nikola Jokic. So there's like this narrative around Jokic that like he doesn't like playing basketball. Then we saw how excited he was just winning the silver medal with Serbia. Mm-hmm. He was singing all them like fucking Dracula war-torn pub songs. Like, like whatever the fuck they were singing on the bus.
Dracula.
I saw him like they was singing some shit when the Berlin Wall came down. Like he was fucking, and it's like, oh wait, okay, he can seem happy around his teammates. And then he was in Gordon Dragic's final game over in one of them second world countries. And like he's having fun and fucking around, chasing this kid and on the court and all that stuff. How about, what if Jokic just don't like being around niggas like that? And I'm not saying Jokic don't like black people. I'm saying maybe black people just ain't his favorite. You know, like American blacks, it's like, oh, brother, if I have to hear NBA Youngboy one more time.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of me goes, that's his right. Because I know I come from Missouri. I heard a bunch of boot scoop boogie bullshit coming out of people's windows in my hood. And it's like, not in my hood, but like when I would go out anywhere, I heard a bunch of that bullshit and I didn't like it. So like, why would I be forced to assimilate to like that shit? You know what I mean? So it's like part of me wants to be like, bully for you, nigga. You know, you don't like the American blacks, but this is where all the money is. But I really think it's more that if you won the Taiwanese basket weaving championship, right? Basket weaving is not a big sport in America, but over there, it's the hottest shit ever, and you could go make millions of dollars doing that. You still gonna want to come home and eat some ribs. Well, you still want to come and fuck with your people.
Yeah,
and you love them more than you love the fucking Taiwanese basket weaving community.
Yeah,
that's it. So fuck it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who wouldn't feel better going home and eating their own food, sleeping in their own bed, sleeping with their own wife? Who wouldn't like that? You know what I mean? Who wouldn't like that more than being over here and everybody looking at you weird, looking at you like you a goddamn lurch? And doing all, who wouldn't love that more? Who wouldn't love going to your home culture and doing that shit more? So more power to him, man. And who likes work? That's his job. Over here, the problem is.
But he clearly likes playing basketball. Like over there, he was having fun in Paris.
He loves playing basketball. Period.
Yeah.
But it's also his job, and when your job is done, you want to go home. And I think over here, we've convinced everybody that your job got to be a fucking dream. Like, comedy is not my motherfucking dream. My dream, I wanted to write screenplays. I wanted to be a pro athlete. I wanted to be an astronaut. I want to be all type of shit. I couldn't do that shit. I got glasses. I'm fat. I can't fit in the fucking space shuttle. Shit went wrong. Shit went left. And now I'm a fucking comedian and a screenwriter. Shit trickled down to what this concept that everybody gets to live their dream. No, you don't. 98 motherfucking percent of people don't get to live their dreams. Most people get a job they good at and try to do the best they can with it. You know what I mean? But in America, we convince people that, like, oh, dribbling a basketball is supposed to be your goddamn dream. Why? It makes a lot of money. You know what I mean? You get a lot of props from hoes. You start, as soon as you dunk, you start getting 15 blowjobs. Okay, that's great. But why would that have to be everybody else in the world's dream? Is what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm down with Jokic. Fuck them. Go back home and race horses.
But there's also like there's also this thing of like let me just check something. Okay, cool. We're good. But there's also this thing though, also with Jokic, where it's like I think about it, and I'm like, there ain't too many places in America I'd really want to live. It's like, okay, LA's cool. I could live in New York, but I'd have to live in New York as like a very rich man, you know,
Right.
for convenience.
Sure.
I lived in the Bay Area, never want to do that shit again. Traveled the Midwest. I've been fortunate enough to do that, but it's like, I'm like, I'll be in the Midwest. I'm like, okay, outside of Chicago, all the food here sucks. Couldn't fucking live in the South. Couldn't live anywhere else in the Northeast, probably. Maybe something like Philly, but I think I'd like get bored quick. So I kind of get how Jokic just isn't like too into America.
Yeah, America is a big ass boring place. Like, Europe is 2 states.
Yeah.
And they got a bunch of different countries, bunch of different cultures. And I'm not saying they fresher than us. That ain't the point. The point is, where he comes from is a concentrated bunch of different cultures and stuff. We got a big ass patch of land with supposedly one culture. When we come time to vote, we realize we got 2 cultures, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just America. I saw this thing about Americans aren't well traveled. It's very few Americans that have been to all 50 states. How the fuck you expect me to be in goddamn Taipei? You know what I mean? Like Sri Lanka and shit. I ain't seen goddamn Massachusetts. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get why Americans love America and think that America's so big and expansive and wonderful. But somebody from somewhere else, again, that's some American arrogance. Like, I do agree we the world champions of basketball, though. That Noah Lyles nigga need to shut the fuck up.
Noah Lyles need to shut the fuck up.
Need to shut the fuck up about that bullshit.
But you know, he was raised in a cult, though, so like more and more shit about him makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
And then Gen Z niggas just kind of suck.
You said it, man.
They're like, they don't drink alcohol. They're fucking boring. They be looking at screens all day. They use mental health as an excuse for fucking everything. I can't stand them. Which, by the way, next hot take. Mental health is fucking overrated.
I mean,
wait, let me finish. Yeah. Mental health is overrated. Like, because I think mental health, like a lot of things, as we become more meta as a society, we've gone into this thing of overcorrection. So it's like we didn't have enough emphasis on mental health. Now it's too much. And like people, like guys will be like, oh yeah, man, I got, you know, I'm working on my mental health. It's like, no, nigga, you just don't have hoes or money. That's why you fucked up. That's it. You don't have mental health problems. You have a hoes and money problem. You have hoes and money. You feel better about yourself. Yeah. Like, it's like not to like push, even motherfucking Kanye West. That nigga ain't had no bipolar when Beanie Siegel was up in his ass being like, you need to give me some beats, nigga. And he's just like, hey, look, I respect you, Beans. But then he got mental health problems when, like, you know, he has some issues with some deals and some Jews or whatever happened there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, I think motherfuckers be milking that mental health shit, especially people that use mental health as an excuse to do less and like not work really hard and be fuck that mental health shit, man.
Spoken like a true American man. God damn, boy, they put you on the penny. I mean, look, I agree to a great extent, just because
Clean it up.
Just because you understand what's wrong with you don't mean you don't have a responsibility to change.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people just be like, well, I just got these spicy things. Oh, I just got this. Oh, I just got that. I guess I'm just an asshole. And a lot of narcissists dudes and women
Mhm.
have decided that, like, I mean, I saw a tweet one day, and tweets be stupid, but like, it really spoke to me. It said something like, the most selfish person you know is being told by their therapist that they should be more selfish. And I was like, that shit is real. Because when you go into therapy, the only people that low key exist are you.
Yeah.
And every problem you have is just in your own mind. That's what the manifested motherfuckers, with all the spiritual, like, think positive motherfuckers, and the mental health people. They all got the same disease, which is you the only motherfucker on the whole world. If you are trying to manifest something and I'm in your way, then God's gonna remove me.
Yeah.
No, he's not, motherfucker. I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it becomes this narcissistic, self-obsessed world where all you got to do is play these right notes with your own mind and everybody will capitulate to your wants. And that's not true. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to put more emphasis on dealing with each other as people and understanding that the way you think, you want a skinny kid. You look at these skinny hoes and you want to fuck them, and then when the kid come out, it's gonna have half her jeans and half your jeans, and likely it can be skinny, and you want that. I do not understand that, but I respect it because it's what you want. I'm not gonna try to psychologize you while you wrong. You ain't gonna psychologize me while I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I love me a big thick ass bitch that can throw a refrigerator over the fucking moon. Most people don't like that shit.
More Eds.
I like that shit.
Yeah.
I want to. Me and my bitch gonna make the goddamn Ben Grimm from the Fantastic Four or something. We
It's
gonna,
the Ed Greer show. So let your rear show.
when you made up that song, I'm gonna record that motherfucker. I'm gonna have. You had AI record that shit. That's
I
the only
did, I
AI
did.
I stand by. You made the AI make a song about Ed Greer.
I did. You got anything coming up you want to plug?
They can check out all my stand-up dates on edgreerdestroys.com. And they can check out my podcast, The Greatest Pod, where we discuss and debate what makes something great. And you can hear a lot more of my opinions on pop culture on there. We don't talk about hoes that much, so you might not like it.
Yeah.
But we talk about ideas, so you might.
Ed Greer, thank you for coming on, sir.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you. And that's our motherfucking show.